4, I'm Andy Sirota.
And Elisa Hernandez. The lasting impact from these storms really are the power outages that still remain. All day people have been reaching out to us asking if CenterPoint was ready for this weather as well as hurricane season. Bill Spencer is looking into this afternoon.
That's right. Tens of thousands of people were left without power, with outages, Bill, lasting through the afternoon.
Yeah, Andy and Lisa, and this is just an example of some of the damage we're seeing right now in the Humble area. We are in the Keswick subdivision, by the way. According to CenterPoint Energy, at the height of the storm last night, 167,000 people had lost power, and CenterPoint is calling this the most powerful storm of the year so far. Still, it's a far cry from what happened during Beryl. It's a far cry from the 2.2 million people who lost power during Beryl. That amounted to about 87% of CenterPoint's overall customer base. Last night's storm affected about 6% of CenterPoint's customers. And right now we are told that they are about 80% restored. 80% of the people who lost power are back online right now. Still, there are some people who are asking if CenterPoint's resiliency plan is really working. They have questions about the effectiveness of that plan.
How many times did you say you lost power last year, roughly?
20, 30.
20 or 30 times in 1 year.
Yeah.
Patrick Hastings and his wife Carrie live in Humble in the Keswick neighborhood, where they and many of their neighbors and even surrounding businesses lost power last night just after midnight. Patrick says CenterPoint was able to restore power to their home within 4 hours. But what angers him is having to worry about the next storm. He says he's heard CenterPoint's promises to cut back vegetation impacting power lines, but he points to these trees located right outside his home in the easement, where the branches are already impacting power lines and growing more perilous every day. He says he called CenterPoint multiple times to come out and clear this vegetation, but nothing has been done. Not only that, he has been calling to remove this downed power pole, which actually came down right after Beryl, but so far, neither problem has been taken care of.
The power lines outside my house, they have, they've already got trees growing around them. I've called, I've said, hey, what's going on? It's to the point where nothing happens and I don't bother to continue to call. It's already growing over the pole line. It's already growing over the lines.
And when you call CenterPoint and say that the trees are impacting the power lines by my house, what does CenterPoint say to you? Anything?
We'll be out. Oh, you can reference this number, call back. But then I call back, I reference a number. They're like, oh, well, anytime you reference something, or it's the close the same day, we send somebody out, they check it. It's just not getting done.
And by the way, Patrick says that all of this has had a real effect on his life. Patrick happens to work from his house here in Humble, and he says whenever he loses power, he can't do his work, and sometimes he's docked pay by his company. So that's his story. We are talking with a high-powered official with CenterPoint Energy. That's going to happen. We're going to show you what they said to us at 6 o'clock tonight. Talk to this CenterPoint official who tells me about some new plans going forward, including a new way for people like Patrick to report tree limbs that are affecting power lines. You'll want to stick around and see that and how this new program will work. That's coming up at 6 o'clock tonight. Reporting live in Humble, Bill Spencer, KPRC 2 News.
A new program that will hopefully ease frustrations, Bill. Thank you.